What
I
do you
guess.
what do you own? What do you own now? Like when it comes to investing, like I know you own some of. Do you own Dogecoin or like what is it?
I still own some Dogecoin, but for the most part, I pulled out of basically everything as soon as everything started to crash.
Ah, you
Like,
did.
I
You
only
one
just,
of them?
yeah, only because normally I would just hold on, but normally because all I have right now is Robinhood. Um, so right now it's just like, you know what? Let me just pull out, wait it out, and then once everything starts to like,
Yeah.
do its thing, I'll look back into it and
Okay.
then try.
So are you working right now? Do you got somewhere you work?
Yeah,
Where you work at?
I work at a college near me.
Okay, that's dope. Do you have like a lot of bills? Do you have a lot of things you got to pay for like every month?
Not right now, but I will soon. I'm moving to New York City soon.
Okay,
So
yeah, I know that's gonna be like real expensive. So here's what I'm thinking. So what I would recommend, this is what I would do, because I can't legally give financial advice, but over the last few years, I've paid off $10,000 in debt, saved up 3 months of living expenses, and made up to almost $10,000 off of investing in crypto. So, and it was hard because we was living paycheck to paycheck, and the struggle was real. So what I would do if I was in your position is save up as much money as you can, like, like not, I don't know, like if you go out a lot, but trying to do things in moderation, you know what I mean? But also like stocking up your savings account. And then once you save up at least $1,000, I would say, because you're young enough to do this. I would save up like $1,000 or something like that. And then, anything else I would just put in an investment that I really believe in. So like they got mutual funds, like ETFs. They're just like, traditional stocks. They have a lot of stocks in one. So they grow no matter what. And even when they crash, they're gonna grow. They're really safe. They're like more of the kind of slower, boring stocks. But you put money into that and you just hold on to it, right? You don't think about it, you check it, and then but you have money in your savings account. If anything happened, you need a new car, um you take transportation like probably the subway or something. You're northern New York or what?
so yeah, right now I'm upstate, but once I'm in New York, Subway's gonna be my best friend.
Yeah, okay. So that's perfect because you can just save up money and at least have like a I mean, I would say like in your position, I'll say 500 to 1,000. I wouldn't even say 500, but just have enough in your bank account to where because the goal is you want to be able to invest and invest and invest without having to go touch that money. So let me give you a concept, right? I had almost like 10K in Ethereum alone. And then the crash happened. My homeboy had 100,000. He had 100,000, the one who helped me out, and I had 10,000. Um, Once it crashed, I lost like half of that. I was down like 5,000. He was down 50,000. And we both were like, hey, like we don't need to touch this money because we have money in our bank accounts. We didn't put all of our money in investing. So I'm like, when the crash happened, I was like, whatever, I still got money in my bank account. So now that what happened since the crash is that it's going back up now. So I held on to my money and my investment. So now it's starting to slowly go back up. So so that's the concept. And that's why rich people get richer because you know how like, you see somebody that's wealthy and like they're making a lot of money, but they don't need the money that they're making. That's kind of the
Yeah,
concept, right? All the money that I'm getting in stocks, I really don't need that money because I'm making money off of working, off of content creating, off of traveling and speaking. So my investments I don't need to touch. Like, God willing or whatever, my stocks crash and it goes to zero. I'm gonna be frustrated, but I'm gonna be okay. So with all that being said, it's always best to save up first, at least enough to where like if you need groceries, you need food, you need to pay a bill, you can dip straight in your account and you don't have to touch your stocks. So I hope that
right.
makes sense, right? So the first concept is just saving, 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 and then you can look into things like I do Ethereum because it's like Bitcoin. It's the future of digital currency, right? That's why I invest in that because it's the future of currency. But when it comes to like the mutual funds, it's just like regular like boring stocks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Does that make sense or what?
No, that makes perfect sense, and I'm glad we got to talk about this for real.
Yeah. So the thing about crypto is like they say, oh, it's not safe, it's not regulated, which is true. That's why I said don't put all your eggs in a basket. If you got, if you get a stimulus check, $1,000, what I would do, man, be like, all right, boom, I'm about to cut the stimulus check, take 500 of it, put that in my savings account. 200 of that, I'm about to just go blow. I'm about to go out, have some fun, go get, some food, go out, have some fun with some friends. And then other 300, right? Because we put 500 in the savings account. The other 200, we have some fun with, and then the 300, I would invest or something like that, or it can be the other way around. You have fun, with 300, 200 of it, you invest, and then the other 500 you save. You know what I mean? And then it really, at the end of the day, when it comes to investing, it don't matter really what you invest in. It just has to be something you believe in. So like, what do what's your thing? Is it tech? Is it like Apple? Is it like products or like what, what's your thing?
So it really depends. I feel like I don't know enough about stocks. I should say like mainly like when I first started like learning about investing, it was on around the time Dogecoin started to blow up. So I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. So I feel like I have to like probably think about stocks more, but probably like Tesla. I feel like that's like inevitably going to get a little bigger, if not a lot bigger, with all the plans Elon Musk has. Probably techie stuff like Apple. That just I don't see that going down anytime soon.
Yeah, okay. So you got the basic concepts and you don't need to be a stock guru to figure this stuff out. The reason I asked that is because a mutual fund, like an ETF, is based off of like whatever industry you're in. So just say if you're like most of us, since we're social media people, we love tech. So there's ETFs that's like all of the top 100 um electronic stocks are in one. So it's Apple, it's Tesla, Microsoft, like Best Buy, all into one stock. So like if you're a tech person, I would recommend like, like we can Google like, I'm about to Google it right now. Like um what are we talking? Tech ETF, right? And the ETF, like I said, is just a bunch of stocks in one. You know what I mean? Versus because what happens if Elon Musk get in a plane crash or crash on one of these rocket races, right? Tesla's done. If you own Tesla stocks, it's over. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, if you own Tesla stocks, it's over. But if you buy an ETF that has Tesla inside of it, what's going to happen is if Tesla crashes, they're just going to take it out of it's going to balance out and another stock is going to bring it back up. So that does that make sense? So it's like, it's like having like a sandwich, right? And then you take the bacon out, like you still got a sandwich, you know what I mean? Like it's still there. So that's what ETFs is.
Okay.
So one of the ETFs that I invest in personally is called TQQQ, and it rises really fast. It drops really fast too, but the gains you make on it is crazy. And I think that's like a tech ETF as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's QQQ, yeah, TQQQ. But it has like all those top stocks into it. And I know Dogecoin was the introduction to stocks for a lot of people, but yeah, and that was a good thing that it got people introduced to it. But I would say, like, do you have money saved up right now or what?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. All right. So look, I would say like take, $5 to $10 or whatever you're just willing to pay for lunch or just kind of throw out there and like upload in Robinhood. And then like I would even consider like the stock I was just telling you about. I'm about to type it in the comments. This is the one, right? Oh dang, I'm blocked from doing anything, so I can't even comment. Yeah, yeah, it's like a temporary block, but it's literally just TQQQ. And then just read it like the description, and it'll tell you all the tech stocks that's inside of it. And you ain't even got to be like Warren Buffett or there we go, thank you. Yeah, so you ain't even got to be Warren Buffett or like Jay-Z or whatever to figure this stuff out. Like it's real simple.
Right.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yo, that makes perfect sense, and definitely speaking about it, because like I was getting, especially when we were talking about it, like DMs, like I was getting it, but like talking to you about it right now definitely helps so much.
Yeah. And I'm planning on doing more of these live videos too. Like, if you want to go back and watch this, I might break this one up on, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm on YouTube right now.
right.
I'm doing a whole live stream right now. So if you want to go back and rewatch this, I'm gonna break up this segment because I know a lot of people are gonna get value out of what I just told you and what you just asked, because there's gonna be a lot of people in your position that's gonna want to get that same advice. So I'm gonna cut this part up.